you go in and see it, they put an that on, like, did you learn from anybody?
Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah. That's all I think.
You've done a lot of his little seminars?
Teachers, yeah, the clinics and stuff, you know. Yeah, I've gone to his. They've been out there to Pirelli's, learned from him too.
Okay.
But Clinton, yeah, he's got a method down. You know?
Yeah.
Got the method for it.
Do you follow like off the? Because I mean, he's got like those DVDs and stuff. Do you watch those or what?
Yeah. I've got a lot of his DVDs. His book really laid it out for me. I read it out of the book more than anything.
Yeah.
He's got it set up. He's got 35 exercises on the ground and 40 on the saddle. You know. And once I memorized them and got them down, you could do just about any horse.
Yeah.
You know, once you got it down, you know, just.
How long did it take you to get all that stuff down, though?
I studied it for probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Just playing with it off and on. I didn't grow up with horses, you know. I didn't get the first horse till I was 14.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I didn't grow up with them. I just studied and applied it the best you could.
Well, that's awesome, though. I mean, that's the best way to learn, by doing.
Chewing.
Yeah, this little horse is doing good, man.
Did you see that, Zach? He started chewing a little bit after he did that.
He adjusted good in his mid-back and low-back. I know he didn't lick on that, but
yeah,
a lot of adjusting up here.
Up there.
Yeah, he adjusted real good.
Now, he used to be real cinchy, too.
Did he?
He used to be. And, I mean, once I got it desensitized and got all that out of the way, and I kept noticing, I always wondered if he had a rib out up there.
Well,
because I had a horse come in one time and somebody said he had a rib out. I don't know. He doesn't.
I can help you. I'll show you what all that stuff's really about. It ain't always necessarily rib out, but.
Yeah. I don't know if this applies, but to all of them, but nearly every horse that had a cowlick right there, they get real sick, real tender. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
What, tender in that area?
Yeah. When they have a cowlick there.
I can see just because of the way that their hair is.
I guess it's the hair or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Just kind of like, you know, whenever you take your hat off and your hair rubs on your head, it's kind of sore.
I mean, it never fails to get a cowlick there, and they're like the hardest bucking ones there were.
So you be taking some hard spills, man, trying to break them?
No, I did on him one time, but that was about it. The rest of them, I just kind of...
You learn how to dismount easy?
Yeah.
Do you do all the trimming and stuff on them too?
Yeah. I do the trimming on them.
Yeah, I like this horse.
You can hear that shoulder popping in it.
I'm just kind of... I'm going to flip-flop them here in a second. I just wanted to mess with this arm while I had a chance. I'll come back. I'll finish in the back and then I go up to the front. And I'll finish with the neck.
I don't know how you do that with a horse if he hasn't been accustomed to having his feet handled. It's gotta be.
Oh man, I mean that's the deal. I mean, yeah. And even with this guy, I mean, like I just kind of start working and I don't even think about it sometimes. Let's flip-flop here. Yeah. Grow up with horses and stuff like. That's the difference. I mean, I did. Like I grew up around them my whole daggum life. Put this on solid. And I actually, like I went to college and went to school to become a chiropractor, you know, to get away from all this. I mean, I'm a human chiropractor too.
Yeah.
And I was running away from the farm. And funny thing is though, is that when I finished up school and I'd come back home and I'd gotten back reacquainted with my mother, and she was talking to me about going to school and doing the horse stuff. Because once you finish chiropractor school, you can either go to vet school or chiropractor school. And then you have to do those two things first before you go to real horse chiropractor school. And she asked me about that, and I said, well, I guess I'll do it because somebody needs to do it. And I kind of didn't. I guess I wasn't real enthused about it when I first started, you know. But I was good at what I was doing, and even the people in the class could tell that I was comfortable with what I was doing because it was like, you know, messing with horses is like second nature to me. When I was a little boy, I didn't have no brothers or sisters, so I had either dogs or horses I had to play with. And you kind of get used to, you know, all that. I like listen. I watch some of Clinton's stuff on TV too. I don't know it like you know it, but I like working with things in nature and understanding like the values, the laws of nature, the laws of how this horse talks and communicates. Like
kind of know what he knows before he does something.
Understanding what means what, and you know, like how to create respect in your horse and make them, like little things that people don't think about, but like that stuff I see where you make your horse move away from you. You don't ever give your ground, but make him respect your ground instead. And little things like that where I'll watch him do some of those things on video, whereas I might have been doing those things already. I just never really knew why. But it was just the way I was raised around horses and how to do with them. And but anyways, I think all I'm saying is I just kind of feel the animal. Like even whenever me and you are talking, I'm always got my hands or eyes or something on this animal where we're having constant communication the whole time. I'm either checking like his respiratory rate or how his body's responding underneath my hands, or what he's doing with his ears or his body or whatever, because he can't verbalize to me, so you have to find other ways to. Right.
You got to feel it coming.
What's funny though, I mean, like I've got horses that I'll work on today that'll be way more sore and out of sorts than this guy is. You know what I mean? That costs God knows how much money. You know what I mean? So, like it's just some people will have them and they don't know what they're doing, and they'll have them all out of balance and all out of whack. Exactly.
Look at him licking. Oh, look at him dropping his head.
Where'd you come up with that name from?
Well, it came out of the Bible.
Yeah.
It meant God will strengthen you.
Yeah.
And he got
He's got that going. That brand number's always going to be there, huh? That's the brand.
Oh, yeah, those 4 numbers. Yeah, they put that after, what was that? He was on his 4th year. He was finishing up his 4th year, and they were going to send him back out when I adopted him. They were going to send him back out to the wild. So I guess it was kind of his last shot at getting adopted, really.
What happens when they turn back loose? Anyways. When they turn him back loose, what do they do? They
just go back out to the wild. They just turn them back out.
Well, what do they eat?
When
they starve.
The wild, it won't necessarily be back where they came from. It'll be where they planted grass or whatever. They planted grass for them, and so they turn them out there.
I mean, it might be silly, and I don't know. I just had no idea that there was still in the United States that horses just run wild.
Yeah, they still got a bunch of them out there.
They're just out there, like stray dogs. They're just out there.
There's still a bunch of them out there.
Jay.
He's nice, calm demeanor.
Yeah, he's changed.
You want to know
he's changed from where he was. He's changed.
I can tell you start laughing when I say that.
Yeah, he's changed from where he was. Having a cat run underneath him like that right there.
Huh.
Catches me.
Huh.
Yeah, he's different.
What's your name again?
Zach.
Zach. So the next step is getting the saddle on them and getting them to do stuff, huh?
Yeah, I've been on him. I've ridden him several times. We've had saddles on. He's fine with the saddle as long as as long as he don't miss a week on him. 2 weeks.
Then he kind of forgets.
Then he forgets and starts crow hopping.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then we've ridden him several times. He just hasn't been real consistent. And what few times I do ride him, he's always. You can sit there and flex him all day long, but once you get him out there loping around and you get him to stop, it's like he just swallowed a 2x4. He's just stiff sometimes. It's just like he just won't move at all.
Was that Emma that just pulled up?
I didn't see.
Oh, no.
She got a teal truck?
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just got here. That's a hard-working girl, man.
Yeah, she works.
Every time I see her, she ain't never talking a lot. She's just out here getting stuff done. Every time I look out, she's doing something. All right, Zach. Time out. Let me see if I can get a... He ain't been wanting to put a bridle over his head?
Nah, you can put the bridle over. It's just that when you go to flex him off there on top, he'll flex real good, but once he gets to move in a forward direction and you're on him, then he'll end up stiffing that neck up real bad. And I just normally I'll keep on flexing to get that to soften up, but I've heard stuff popping in there when he stiffens up. You'll hear it popping in there when you can touch the side of his neck and he'll actually move away from it. That's really the only reason I even thought of it. Normally I'll just try and flex it out of them because they just get stiff on you.
Yeah.
Get that softened up so when you go to loping on them, you can do the one rein and shut them down and go on loping without them bucking. Because I mean they can't. You've probably seen Clinton on there where he said they can't run forever in a circle with their hips moving and outrunning the horse moving his hips. I mean, for the most part, you usually just flex that neck, so he's softened up and he's going low. He's just going back and forth, stiffening it up. And we had a guy that used to do the chiropractor, but he's not doing it anymore. And I usually just call him out and have him come check him, pop him, and then I'd go on, ride him, and be fine.
He stopped doing it or something?
He's not doing it anymore. He's got heart trouble, and he's not. His shoulder's bad, and his heart's having trouble, so he's just not doing it anymore.
Yeah, that was bad.
You can teach him
He
that.
may just be, he may just be a colt, and I'm not getting enough consecutive days on him too.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm starting to
Right
kind of
up.
get into his neck a little bit, and that's kind of where I might have to cut Ezekiel not a lot of credit, because it's one thing, like you said, I mean, you bring him to me, and it's kind of like I rule out, you know what I mean, if it's if it's the horse or if it's something
Yeah,
bothering
pretty
me.
much. You're the one
The judge of
stuff
this,
out.
yeah.
Because, I mean, I know I'm not getting the days I'd like to get on, 3 days in a row. I'm getting a couple days, and then they call me in to work double shifts, and then there went those
Where
2
is
days.
that, up at Cooper?
TSC.
Oh.
TSC, they're working double shifts all the time. But,
Yeah, you do need that wall, don't you?
Yeah, it helps,
Hold
but
him.
it's okay. He's doing good for me.
Oh, good.
He's popping all over.
yeah, I hear it.
But, check this pole out. But nothing that I can see why he shouldn't be.
Nothing major.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's got some stuff. He's been out all over.
Yeah.
And he'll move better for you now, but ain't no reason why he can't give you something.
Yeah.
He just don't know what to do.
That's what I thought. He said, use you to rule it out.
Yeah. So was he mean whenever you first got him?
He used to, I mean, he wouldn't come to you, and then when you finally got him tamed down, he'd try to bite you a few times. And if you got to doing something too quick, he'd try to turn around and kick you.
Yeah.
He'd try to kick you real quick. But,
And I don't know nothing about
Once
none of
you
that.
got-
I mean, this is my first impression with this horse. He don't have any of that
yeah,
kind of attitude.
he's not the first impression. He's not the best. That's
Yeah.
not the impression he gave you when you first got him.
No.
I mean, once the taming was out of the way, the fear. Once you got him where he was tamed, you could get the fear out of the way, and then you could begin trying to train him. But
Yeah.
if I stepped too far forward and tried to train him before the fear was gone, that's when you just start using defense. You just start trying to flight or fight.
That's pretty awesome, though, Zach. Like, so you're gonna do this. This is what you're gonna do here on out, huh? Train these horses and do that, and build off that, or?
Well, that's what I don't know, man. I'm training people sometimes, but right now I'm full-time at Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because today is the last day that you can sign up to do the makeover this year.
Yeah.
And last night he was gung-ho. He thought he got approved, so he was thinking he was going to do
They
it.
sent me the papers. I got approved for that makeover. They wanted me to come promote a Mustang.
You only got one life to live, man.
Train.
Dedicated
I
to
know
what
it.
you love. Don't give it all to TSC, man.
Oh, there you go. I got him on tape.
Listen,
Yeah, I know.
as hard as you work for Tractor Supply, if they ever needed to one day and cut you loose, Tractor Supply is gonna limp along. It'll be fine without you. Like, have something that's yours,
Yeah,
man.
they limp on one leg, and people break a leg. That's good leg.
Yeah.
Break a leg and limp out there.
This is something that could be yours,
Right,
man.
right. Yeah, I've been back and forth on that Mustang deal. They got me approved anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, today was the last
Well,
day.
this is
though.
where you're being led. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord put you in a situation for a reason.
Yeah. He puts me in a lot of situations.
I heard that.
Sometimes I don't know why I'm in the situation I get put into sometimes. I end up, that's the only reason Ezekiel's here today, because they got put in a situation.
Really?
Hey, I wasn't even going to do him. I wasn't going to do him. I had 4 or 5 horses in training. I had no reason to do him. But
Sometimes it ain't always our plans that work out.
gotta put you up to something. You ain't got a whole lot of options.
That's right. I like Ezekiel here, man. I don't have anything I can give him for credibility as to why he's not doing any flex for you.
But he probably just needs some more time on him. What do you think about his pelvic? Do you think he was out, or is he just...
Yeah, Dr. Emma checked him and she thought he had a big problem back there.
He did. I mean, he was out like this hip had gone low, meaning it kind of rocked down a little bit, you know. So that's why you saw me bring that leg out and straighten that hip up. He got a good lick and chew out of that. And on this side, kind of same thing. This leg was up a little high, so I had to come on that back side and set it back down. So we straighten these hips up, straighten up that low back and that mid back.
Right.
And when I checked on this hocks and stuff, he was fine. I stretched the tail, decompressed him, he did good. I checked up here on his front shoulders, and he didn't have any kind of, he was real lax and limber in his front end. Like he didn't have any kind of restriction. He wasn't pulling back on me. He wasn't fighting me at all. When I'm holding him, Zach, let me see your hand here. Like I said, I'm just, give me that hand.
This one?
Yeah, I don't want you to lose your horse. You hold that.
Yeah.
When I'm checking those traps and all that stuff up there when I'm pulling up there, so I'm seeing what's tight on this backside leading up into his neck.
Oh, okay.
And so that's what you feel me like doing the same thing. See, I got him by his hand. That's his arm, his front leg, and I'm doing that's just like his trap. So I'm checking all that stuff up there and see, is any of that bothering him? Is anything catching him when he's bringing it up? I've already checked to see if anything's bothering him on that backside. But now he's got free range of motion in his front legs, and his neck didn't really have too much stiffness to it. I think he just kind of doesn't know what you're asking him to do.
Yeah.
But no, man, this was a good experience for me too. I enjoyed it. He felt pretty good, and it's funny how, I mean, this is a wild horse, and how well he's held up compared to some of these, $30,000 horses I get that feel like they've been hit by a train,